about the books that kind of compels you to read them. I won't be reading this one again, it's pretty standard. Tom Clancy. Yeah, I quite liked that one. Okay, this next one here, by Oliver Sacks, The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat. This is an excellent book. Let me just go in a bit closer. Oliver Sacks is a neurologist, and he writes about the tricks that the mind can play on us. I really do recommend that book, it's absolutely excellent. I do have another one by him, which I'm sure we'll see in another video. Okay, then we've got James Ellroy, The Black Dahlia, which was a film as well. James Ellroy also wrote LA Confidential, which was adapted into a far better film. On the subject of film adaptations, Thomas Harris, Animal Rising. I really didn't like this book. It felt like a cash grab on the part of Thomas Harris, and I really didn't think that the backstory added anything to the Hannibal kind of mythology. This one here, Michael Frayn. Michael Frayn is best known as a playwright for plays such as Noises Off, which is a farce, and Copenhagen, which is about physicists. The Human Touch. This is more of a philosophy book. It's subtitled Our Part in the Creation of a Universe. It's essentially about kind of human interaction with the world around us and how we shape the world around us. The Lost World, Michael Crichton. Don't think I need to say anything about that. Okay, here we have some more Jasper Fforde. The Right of Those Three, The Air Affair. That is the first Jasper Fforde book, so if you do fancy taking out my recommendation, which I urge you to do, that's the one to start with. It's just a stunning book. Go and order it, find it in a library as soon as possible. Dictionary. Flat Earth News. This is a book about the media and how they can distort stories and misreport. This book here is The Penguin Guide to Compact Discs. It's actually classical music, that. Hopefully we'll do a video on my classical music collection later. This is my kind of classical music bible. It's a proper kind of telephone directory style book, but it has recommendations for pretty much every piece of classical music out there. Tom Wolfe, Bonfire of the Vanities. Then we've got a little BBC recipe book, 101 Fruity Buds. Excellent. Sadie Smith, White Teeth. And then here we've got, this was a tie-in with a BBC wildlife programme called The Life of Mammals. Next to that we've got some music, kind of randomly stuck in the case. Most of my music is on my piano. Chopin waltzes. Calvin and Hobbes, which is just necessary for everyone to read as far as I'm concerned. Another recipe book, 500 Greatest Ever Pasta Recipes. You do notice when you've got 500 different pasta recipes, there's quite a lot of overlap, but lots of those recipes seem very similar to each other. The Proms 2010. That's out of date. I need to get this this year's proms. For those of you who don't know, the proms is a series of concerts that the BBC holds at the Royal Albert Hall in London every summer. I think it's about 73 concerts, so it's plenty, or it's over 73 days. It might even be more concerts than that. Some days have 2 concerts. It's one of the greatest things ever. It's just incredible. If you're ever in London over summer, I seriously suggest going to see a prom. You can queue up on the day and stand up for the concert, and it only costs about £5. Well worth doing. Stephen Colbert, I'm America and so can you. Very funny, as with everything Stephen Colbert does. Doubt. This book here is a history of doubt. So it talks about people who have kind of doubted, kind of accepted knowledge. And the people he mentions on the cover: Socrates, Jesus, Thomas Jefferson, Emily Dickinson. That's really recommended, that book. It's an excellent book. Okay, there are 3 just along the front here that I haven't shown you yet. The Emperor of Ocean Park. I haven't read that. I've no idea what it's like or even what it's about. Ian Banks, Transition. Ian Banks is a very good author. I believe he's Scottish, actually. He writes under kind of 2 names. One is Ian Banks, which are his kind of non-science fiction books, and Ian M. Banks, he writes his science fiction books under. I like both. I would say he's not the easiest of writers to get into. His books are very challenging and very strange in most cases as well, particularly the science fiction ones. But I do recommend making an effort because it's well worth it. Assassin, Tom Kane. Well, this looks like a kind of Bourne clone to me. I think I picked it up cheap somewhere. I haven't read it yet, but I will do at some point when I feel like some trash movie on the